Hey my friends, it's your old pal Jordan the Lion, and we're in Myrtle Beach. How about we go check out the Hollywood Wax Museum? What do you say? Daze with Jordan the Lion, it begins right now. Been to several of the Hollywood Wax Museum locations. The one in Hollywood's pretty good. I believe, does Pigeon Forge? I think Pigeon Forge had one. And I know we did one in Branson, so I'm really excited to check this one out because, you know, as much as I talk about how much I love a good bad wax museum where the wax just doesn't even come close to resembling who it should, I even more appreciate a really good one. And so far, in my experience, the Hollywood Wax Museums have been a cut above, so I hope this is still the case here. I love how they put King Kong up there holding the plane, the crushed plane. And just like we saw in Branson, they have the Academy Award right out front. You can take your photo in front of. Look at that, right even before we buy our ticket, a killer photo op right there. And we are in. It said follow the red carpet. Say hello to Eddie Murphy. Man, Trading Places, all-time great movie. I still think of that movie every Christmas. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. DiCaprio over here, right in front of Man's Chinese Theater. Pretty good DiCaprio. Here we have Will Smith and Angelina Jolie. And here I am with Morgan Freeman, the great actor from one of my all-time favorites, Shawshank Redemption, which surprisingly I have not vlogged that movie yet. Love Morgan Freeman, that voice. Great actor. And then Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. I can't think of Robert Downey Jr. now without thinking of Vinny's story, our friend Vinny Gonzalez, when he's a big autograph collector, and he told us the story how he tried to get Robert Downey Jr.'s autograph, and he was like following him through town in his car, and finally Robert Downey Jr. stopped the car, got out and said, "It's not gonna happen." Poor Robert Downey Jr. Here we have Ben Affleck and his wife, Jennifer Lopez. Talk about winning at life. This guy's just winning at life. Kind of a bland expression on his face though, right? Here we have Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp. That's a pretty good one, pretty accurate. It's all in the eyes with Johnny Depp, right? Pretty good one. Oh, this is amazing. This is a fantastic setup. Look at that, take all this in. We have James Dean over here, Barstool on the right, Elvis Presley with the paper cap behind the counter, Marilyn Monroe down here on the left, and the great Humphrey Bogart. What do we think of James Dean here? I'm trying to think if I've seen a James Dean wax figure anywhere in any of the travels any of the wax museums I've seen. I like it. I think it's pretty good. And Elvis, I'm always tough on because I feel like they always just kind of disrespect Elvis for the most part. This is a pretty good one. Other than the fact they have him serving drinks, I mean, that's kind of a shocker, but that's it. Wow, that is a good Elvis. Huh. How's the pie, Elvis? Right. I knew you'd think that. And then over here we have Marilyn. Kind of dazed Marilyn, right? Pretty good. Pretty good bogey. Oh, here we have Dr. Jones. Indy. I love Indiana Jones. Especially Temple of Doom Indiana Jones. That was like, to me, that was just classic era. Everything about an action movie I like, even though it's not considered one of the best, I love it. Then of course they have all kinds of props that you can do your photos with. Interesting choice of all the movies he's done. They have The Rock just lifting weights in the gym. I guess I get it. I guess you're gonna take like a selfie with The Rock. What more fun could it be to look like you're working out with him at a gym somewhere? And on we go to Ted. That's a pretty short Wahlberg. I did enjoy the movie Ted, if anybody's caring. Let's see how he looks. Is that a Mark Wahlberg face that we recognize? I mean, it is one we recognize, but I don't know. And then over here, Audrey Hepburn, just waiting for us. I think this is a pretty good one. I think this is actually, I think they did a really good job on this one. It is absolutely amazing how many times you see Vin Diesel in wax museums. I would say along him and like Will Smith and DiCaprio. I mean, I feel like they're in every single one. Johnny Depp. Pretty good Vin Diesel though. As we follow along the red carpet, that leads us to a man looking for a friend. A man looks like in his bedroom at the Playboy Mansion looking for a friend. And he's even got the bunny ears to attract you here. What do you think? Looks just like him? I would say. Over here we have Cameron Diaz. Okay, you know what my problem with Cameron Diaz, the wax figure, is? Looks a little cross-eyed. That could be, I don't know, is she really like that? I did meet her in person one time, like 2000 in Hollywood, but I don't remember that. I don't know. Wow, what a setup. Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg in the kitchen together. Cooking up something good. Something edible, if you know what I mean. What a pairing. Well, looks pretty good for Martha Stewart. I don't know. Doesn't look too bad. Snoop is like right on the money. They nailed Snoop. I mean, he's just like, you couldn't be more Snoop. I mean, they got all the hand signals. They got the faded eyes. They got it all. They nailed it. I recognize that music and I recognize that set. It's Lucy. Everybody loves Lucy. A Desilu production. Vitameata Vegemin. That's a pretty good Lucy. That's pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I was going to be harsh if they didn't nail Lucy, because certain figures, you know, if you're going to be a great wax museum, you got to do them right. She's one of them. Now, as we say goodbye to Lucy, we enter the horror chamber. And we enter it with Hellboy. Ron Perlman. Into the Chamber of Doom. Oh, yes. Jason Voorhees. Michael Myers. Hey, speaking of Michael Myers, how about that last Halloween movie? How about the final Halloween movie? How was that? Everybody happy with that one? Kidding. Then one of my friend Earl Skagel's heroes, Predator. Earl Skagel can recite just about every line from Predator there is. One of my all-time favorite TV horror shows, especially the episode with Don Rickles. That was awesome. And I love the Crypt Keeper. Love his voice, love his laugh, everything. Here we have Legend. Boris Karloff is the Mummy. That is awesome. You can follow me over to Bela Lugosi. Dracula. The White Zombie. All the great classic horror films. All of these have been great. All of the Chamber of Horror have been great. And why should it end with Leatherface? Another fantastic one. I think this is probably one of the best laid out with the most room, and you just kind of, you get the best experience so far of any of the ones I've attended. And this sets a new standard. This one I love. Elvira, you get to take a photo with Elvira. You can sit right here in the chair. That's a pretty good Elvira. Yeah, they nailed it. They totally nailed it with Elvira. Sooner or later we would see Boris Karloff as Frankenstein. We always do. And there he is. Great job, but it's not a big surprise. They always do a great job with Frankenstein. And then here you can visit Ghostface, Scream. Now we leave the chamber and we come visit Carlos Santana. Nailed it. Killer Santana. And then here we have country superstar Carrie Underwood. All right, as we move along, we have Sandra Bullock, who, another one, I feel like she is in most of the wax museums. It's like crazy, like the famous people that were famous when I was a kid have never stopped being famous. There she is, Sandra Bullock. Looks like he might be getting ready for a wedding, but it's George Clooney. Looking all slick here. Yeah, pretty good job on George Clooney. And now we continue our tour up the stairs. All right. Oh, hello, Tom Cruise. Incidentally, awesome in the new Top Gun movie, I thought. Or the recent one. But he did a great job. Yeah, pretty good job on Tom Cruise. Looks just like him. A scene with Bruce Lee. A very, very short Bruce Lee. With, I know Bruce had, you know, somewhat that kind of hair, but that's more Mo Howard than Bruce Lee. I'm not really into this one. And the great Bill Murray. Nailed it. The face is so lifelike, I'm expecting him to talk to me. You're not going to talk to me, are you? Are you? Are you? Are you in Myrtle Beach? Then over here, they want you to grab the WWF Championship belt. I think that's the Universal title, actually. Grab that and come over here and join John Cena, mega movie star and WWE wrestler, superstar, sorry. During his main day at WWE, you weren't allowed to call yourself a wrestler. You were a WWE superstar, John Cena. Hey, guess what, John? Hey, John, you can't see me. They did nail it, though. Looks just like him. This is Dale Earnhardt and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job on Dale and Dale Jr. Following the red carpet, we have Rihanna. Looking good, Rihanna. Looking like yourself. And then this will be the question mark. How well of a job they do with Michael Jackson. Not too bad. Not bad. I was about to say a little feminine, but then I had to rethink what I was going to say because it's not their fault on that one. But yeah, I think they did a pretty good job. Something tells me some of these Rubik's Cube photos are not accurate. Unless Daniel Craig got pregnant and I didn't know about it. Bond, how could you? Then we have some pop royalty over here. Starting over here, we have Taylor Swift. Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job with Taylor Swift. And then we move on to Miley Cyrus. All the tattoos and everything that she has. And then Lady Gaga. Pretty good Gaga. Also, I love that they go the full 9 and do all the tattoos of whoever they're doing the figure of. You can see her tattoos on her arm over there. Pretty good. This is Ariana Grande, but I don't really follow her enough to know how accurate that is. And then just like you walked into an Oscar party, you have Christian Bale here ready to yell at you. Great actor, but sometimes a little temperamental. Batman, The Machinist, Christian Bale, American Psycho, then Julia Roberts. Yeah, they nailed Julia Roberts. And Bradley Cooper with a drink in his hand. And here we have Dapper De Niro. Looks like he's out for a walk through New York City here with his scarf and looking good. Looking like De Niro for sure. Another one you see in almost, I feel like everywhere. But I feel like he's not quite as big of a star as he used to be, so I'm kind of surprised he's in so many places still. Then as we move along, I see Tupac and Bob Marley. I have seen those two before. I feel like I saw this Bob Marley in maybe Nashville, but that's awesome. Great depiction of him. Just here with his acoustic guitar. Just stirring it up. Stir it up. Yeah, good one. And he is right next to Tupac Shakur. Pretty good job on Tupac. That's an old era of Justin Bieber. Speaking of red carpet, here we've got Kevin Hart, comedian Kevin Hart. Kevin, if I could make one request of you, with all due respect, never make another commercial again. I think your commercials have to drive me more insane than any other commercials in the world ever produced. Love you, big guy. Stay cool, though. Oh, perfect. We got the Grand Ole Opry House right here. We've got Johnny Cash and Dolly together. Kind of an angry looking Johnny. I always think of him as having black hair, but I do forget until I always see these. He had light, well, as far as they're concerned, light brown hair. And then over here we have buxom Dolly Parton. Still going strong, new Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Dolly Parton. Oh, they nailed it. Looking good, Dolly. And they have a wall piano over here, so I guess you can just run over here and hit any of these and... Alright, now we have some comedians. We have Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell in his money suit. Anybody know? Was that some gag he did on a talk show or from a movie that I didn't see? Jim, what's with it? And then over here we have Oprah Winfrey. And then Ellen DeGeneres. Definitely Ellen, no question. And then Melissa McCarthy. There's Frank, the man who did it his way. Although he did not write that song, if I'm not mistaken, it was written by Paul Anka. But definitely a song that everyone knows is Frank Sinatra's song. Pretty cool setup for you to take a photo with. You can get right behind the piano and be playing for him. And here's Matthew McConaughey from countless movies. We Are Marshall, so many. Dallas Buyers Club. I don't know how accurate I find that McConaughey to be. What a weird photo op. You're supposed to like lay on the couch and talk to Jack Nicholson. That's kind of strange, but fun. I'm sure it's a fun pick. Was that your idea, big guy? You old dog, you. How about them Lakers? And here is Reese Witherspoon as Elle. Over here we have Tom Hanks. Yeah, that's definitely a dead-on Tom Hanks. Ben Stiller area, night at the museum. You can tuck yourself inside of there, like you're being killed by the snake. Okay, it's not funny anymore. And then right beside it, we have a scene with Elizabeth Taylor from Cleopatra. That's great. I love seeing this one. Hugh Jackman. Get in the chopper! What's going on, Schwarzenegger? That is fantastic hair. You know, people might have made fun of that when you had it back then, but it's really gonna come into style again, I guarantee it. And you come stand over here and get a photo with Jean-Luc Picard, or you can go over there and get a photo with Spock. Kind of crazy there's no Captain Kirk. They definitely nailed it on Spock, and definitely nailed it on the ears and the eyebrows. The great Leonard Nimoy. They did a killer job on the props too. I mean, they really make it feel like a cool set here. Here they created a scene from Denzel Washington's movie Flight, which was a really great movie. I did see that movie. Fantastic depiction of Denzel. Here we have Matt Damon. Here's Michael B. Jordan. One thing I'll say about this museum, high quality figures, but they have a lot of them too. I feel like we've seen way over 100 or more figures, and we just entered a full room of figures. More. So here we have Chris Pratt from the Jurassic Park movies. They're depicting. Nailed it with him. And here we have Brad Pitt. Pretty good job on him too, right? And then here we have Halle Berry. They always do her so classy. It's weird on the information placards they have over here. It has like weird information, like it'll say what their astrological sign is. Ryan Reynolds. He's a Libra, for those of you wondering. Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, we gotta watch the horse race.
Three, two, one.
Oh no, I think I'm supposed to operate one of these. Yeah. Oh boy. Not that easy to do. Maybe I can put a big spin on it. Not that easy to do when you're here by yourself. Jason Statham. And of course Clint Eastwood. That's a pretty dang good Clint Eastwood, man, I'll tell you. Pretty much nailed it. Wow. Great job. I've seen some bad Clint Eastwoods in my day. And a pretty cool photo setup too. Then a massively tall John Wayne. Again, each one of these booths has something, some clothing or a prop of some sort that you're able to take a photo with the figure if you would like to. Just not really my thing, honestly. Never really been into taking photos of myself with wax figures. And who doesn't like Robin Williams? Very sweet, somber Robin Williams right here. Alright, looks like we hit the end of this floor. Now we're going downstairs again. Oh, we have Daniel Craig. The one I accused of being pregnant earlier. Pretty good Daniel Craig. Why not do Bond though? Come on. And here we have Sean Connery. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nailed it. Nailed it. I'd swear he was going to be screaming at me in 5 seconds for doing this if I didn't know better. I mean, they really did a good job on Sean Connery. Great job on Travolta. Although I would have rather have seen like an older movie. Something him more in his prime. Awesome! Prince! Fantastic Prince. I think they nailed it. All the way down to all the clothes, the props, everything. And the face is immaculate. Great job. Really, really great job. Oh, this is amazing. Jeff Bridges in a setup for The Big Lebowski. And you can actually take a photo with The Big Lebowski right here. The dude. So that's what you call me? God, what a great movie. Absolute great movie. If you've never seen The Big Lebowski, highly recommend it. So here we have Bruno Mars.
Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
Did a good job on this one too. Then here we have Eminem. Go figure. Also a new Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. I don't really understand that one, but then again, I was never really a fan of his either, so never really understood the appeal to him, but to each their own, right? And then over here at the cafe, dining alone, eating a cannoli, drinking a cappuccino. Hooah! Al Pacino. The great Al Pacino. Pretty good job. He has a lot of different looks, so pretty good job though. And then over here, we have a few figures over here. We have Whitney Houston. It's a pretty good Whitney, for sure. Again, they nailed Cardi B and they nailed all of her tattoos. I just had to see if they did the tattoos all over the back, and they sure did. Not like a Christmas tree where you don't decorate the back. She totally did. Then it looks like the last two we're gonna see are Katy Perry and Beyonce. And I almost always see not only Katy Perry in every single one, but also Beyonce, but Katy Perry is almost always in that costume as well, so. Here's Beyonce. So I ended up in the gift shop. And I'm actually gonna buy one of these. I'm going to an autograph signing not too far distant future That might be a cool thing to get signed. Well, my friends, that is it from the Hollywood Wax Museum in Myrtle Beach. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. This was one of the good wax museums where the figures are actually really good. I thought they did a great job here. So if you're looking for a great one to check out, don't pass this one by. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great night and good